Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jasmine and today I have another video. In today's video, it's gonna be how to get out of a bad relationship 101. So we've all been victim to those relationships that are just as toxic as can be. Those relationships where you feel like you can't leave, but you want to leave, you need to leave. Toxic city. This is what you need to do. Now, I want to make a quick disclaimer. This isn't just for women. This isn't just for, the ladies out here having a hard time finding the one. This is for men too. This is for anybody in a relationship, any kind of relationship, it doesn't matter. So, the first step to getting out of a bad relationship is to acknowledge that it's a bad relationship. It's that simple, but not really. I get it. You need to ask yourself, are you happy? Are you only worried about making them happy and not your own happiness? Because that's really important. Like, you notice everything you do is because they want it, or it's to make them feel better about themselves or make them feel happy. It's never because you genuinely want to do it, or you feel like you're pressured into doing things. Does the relationship feel toxic? Now, when something is toxic because you feel like you aren't happy. You force yourself to put up with things that you would normally not put up with, or is wrong. You feel yourself being sad all the time, or mad, or you're not eating the same, or you're breaking out. It could be anything. Also, you have to look for the signs if your partner could be manipulative, like lie their way out of things, constantly make you believe you're the one that starts all the arguments, you're the one that's the problem, you're the one, tries to flip things all the time. There are so many ways to be manipulative or manipulated. It's crazy. Like, it could be in the slightest things every day. You just really have to know and just look into it and ask people, their opinion, people that you trust, people that aren't going to throw it in your face or anything. Is your partner being manipulative? You have to question yourself, like, are you being your true self? Are you your full, happy, genuine self? Are you fully comfortable being in your own skin around this person? Are you sure of yourself? Do you feel confident in yourself? And I don't mean they call you beautiful or they call you handsome. I mean, you fully feel like, if you're around your family and you're comfortable, that comfortable where you can fart around them or make funny jokes or sing and dance and not feel no type of way. Are you yourself? You're not changing yourself to make them happy, or changing who you're surrounding yourself with to make them happy, because that can really lead to a one-sided relationship where you don't have no friends but your partner has all the friends and you're always hanging out with their friends, or every holiday you're going to their family's house when your family's there and waiting. Somebody knock on my door. Another way you can acknowledge that it's a bad relationship is if change never comes. Like, one day they're like, I'm sorry I got that mad and I yelled at you, I won't do it again. And then the next time it's worse than before. Then they say again, oh, I won't do it again. And then the next time it's even worse than the time before.
5 hours later.
Change never comes. Or if they're being dishonest in the relationship, or sneaking around, or cheating, and then they do it again, change never comes. That's also another way you can acknowledge that this is a bad relationship. So the next step, after you acknowledge that it's a bad relationship, you no longer want to be in it, it's toxic, you're unhappy, it's one-sided. After you acknowledge all of this, go into phase 2. No more excuses. Stop giving yourself excuses, period. Now, these excuses can be a number of things, can be a million of things, like, oh, it's comfort. I've known this person for years. I love them. It's going to be different with someone new, or I'm fully comfortable with them. No one else will love me like this. No one else will be able to love me. No. It's billions of people in this world. Drop it. No more excuses. Oh, I love them. They're going to change. No. You love the idea of them. You love your idea of love. Because if you're unhappy, if it's toxic, that can't be love. And for you to think that's the love you deserve, you don't. You don't deserve it. You can find better. There will be people that worship you, that want to only see you happy. Forget love for a second and move on with your life. Love yourself enough to get out of that relationship. Financial support. Some people stay in these toxic relationships because that is their financial support. You know, that's who they have been dependent on, and there's nothing wrong with that sometimes, but you also always have to have your own. Always make sure you're saving up. Always making sure that if things go wrong, if the relationship or whatever gets too toxic, you can get out the door, you can run, you could be good. You got to make sure that you have that back support so that you don't feel that restriction or that block from getting out and, you know, finding better for yourself. Period. That's the best thing I can say. Another thing that keeps people in these toxic relationships, another excuse. My throat is dry. Okay, so another excuse is that we have kids together. Now, I don't have kids, so I don't want to touch on this too much, but I believe that kids should always be the number one priority above the relationship. Kids should not be raised in a toxic environment where the two parents basically hate each other. So, with that being said, sometimes separating is the best choice as long as y'all both remain in their life, as long as y'all both, you know, the kid will grow to understand, and at least there's no toxicity there. It's all love, you know, and that's my take on it. I don't have kids, like I said, so that's all I'm gonna say. Now, after the excuses are gone, how to get out of a relationship, step 3, the final step. The final step is to take the first step. Leave. Break up. Now, I know firsthand that is easier said than done, trust me. But this is after you've got past all the excuses. This is after you acknowledge the bad. You know, this is a process. This is time. So when you're finally ready to take the first step, the first move, and be bold, just do it. Whatever you have to do. Leave. Block them. Stop texting. Stop calling. If you're the type of person that feels like you need closure, send that text saying what you feel and why you feel it and why you're leaving. If you feel like you have to do that, do that. But if you do that, don't let them roll you back in. No, don't do it. If you're taking that first step, take it. Take that step and then get to running. Period. After you have left, you blocked, you sent your last text, you said your last words, now you have to get rid of the memories. Now, that's impossible. I know. But I mean like the tangible things, like pictures. Gifts, maybe, you know, like little stuff. You will know, you will know what's significant, that was significant to the relationship that you can let go. Because you don't want memorabilia. You don't want to constantly think about it. You don't want to reminisce. Because then you're going to be like, well, there were good times. And you'll get blinded by the good times and forget about the bad times. Then you will fall back into the same pattern. And it will be the same thing over and over. You have to stick to your word. You have to never look back. Progress in life. Don't let things throw your energy off, throw your vibe off. You have to stay on a straight arrow, stick to your word, stick to your path, and know that things happen for a reason, and it was a lesson learned. And the most important thing, surround yourself with positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people, people that love you, people that you love. And it doesn't even have to be people. It could be things you love. If you're into reading books, if you're into studying or, just learning things and you just want to dive into that. If you love working, if you love your job, go your hardest into that. Just Do whatever you're passionate about. Don't focus on that other person. Don't focus on that one thing. Focus on peace and love and positivity, and you'll get through it. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like this video, comment, and I'll see you in my next video.